Get Snap Podcast. It is Freestyle Friday. Your boy Darren Nash Sparrow, your bad Superman. He is the Notorious. He is the real Von Nell Hill. He is Soul Brother Butch Reed. Antoine Smooth. What's going on?
Man, what's up, man?
I had to throw another one in there for you.
Good breed in
I
there,
thought
Soul Brother, good
don't know nothing about that. So you gotta get your weekend started right. Freestyle Friday. If you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. And Freestyle Friday, what it sounds like. We're gonna talk about what's on our mind. There's no script. We coming off the cuff, and with all the stuff that's been going on, so this is gonna be an easy night.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty to talk about tonight.
Yeah, but we just gonna jump right into it. I got some food. I got some wings. Gonna be cooking. And I ain't eating all that because brother kind of hungry in the mug. And you know, cause Friday and wings go together.
Oh, yes. Man.
We gotta get y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
By the way, before we get started, congratulations to Junior and graduating to high school.
Yep. Lil Soup heading over there by the hit the ninth grade by the. This is what I call it the real world.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. You remember your first your freshman year?
Yeah, it's your first. Yeah, this is just a step into the real world.
Yeah.
Wait till he get by junior, senior, and all this prom stuff. And, y'all, man.
Yeah. You remember your freshman year?
Huh?
You remember your freshman year?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You
It
went.
was tough at first, but man, it'll get easier. You know, it'll get, you know, it may get easier, it may get hard depending on the classes you take.
Shit, I went to 3 different high schools in 4 years, so I wasn't consistent.
Yeah, I stayed at the same school.
I went to 3 different. Yeah, I went to 3 different high schools in 4 years, but you know, my junior senior year stayed at the same school, but you know it was cool.
Yeah.
It was definitely cool, but yeah, he about to he about to really experience this. This is why I said this is where you're growing up again.
Yeah, I know you probably came there talking about, son, this is it here, you know.
Yeah, I told him, this where this where maturity starts, growing up again. You really about to see, you know what time it is. You really about to. This where you got to find yourself.
Right.
You really about to find yourself. I think he gonna be all right. I think he gonna do just fine. So he gotta adapt. Find out what just stay the course. Find out what crew work for him. Just he always got his mom. Cause you know I ain't gonna have him pull a Ja Morant.
Oh gosh.
Which we gonna kick off with? Ja Morant, what are you?
Yeah, you ain't gonna be his partner, you his daddy.
Yeah, right, Ja Morant, what are you thinking?
Oh man, here we go again.
I'm like, come on, man. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you don't know, I don't know where you been. Ja Morant, Memphis Grizzlies star, caught on video riding in a car with his homeboy. It was a quick video. Supposedly had a weapon in his hand. Now, this is a couple months after he was seen on video with a gun. Had a meeting with the NBA commissioners. Told the commissioner, I'ma do right. I'ma be good. Got suspended for that. And now we back here. And then the funny part about it, everybody talking about, his boy stitched him out. His boy didn't do that. His boy didn't post the video. Somebody else did.
Right, somebody else posted that video, right. And I saw the combine where, the commissioner, he felt betrayed. You can tell it in his voice. He felt betrayed.
Oh yeah. He was like, I did all this. And you can tell, he really don't want to, do nothing to him. He got to.
Now he got to. Oh, he finna be made an example of Ja Morant.
And here's the thing. You got people talking about something. Well, guns not illegal. But you see, they're not thinking about you're not thinking straight. So first of all, you got to ask the question. One, is Ja Morant even has a license to carry? Can he carry wherever he was at? Can he carry in that state?
Right.
Number two, is the person he was with, is he allowed to have a gun on? That person, for
Right.
all he know, that person could have been a felon. He ain't supposed to have guns.
Right.
And you,
And then you represent a brand. You represent Nike. You represent
which by the
what the
way,
highway deal
oh,
that
which,
you supposed to be getting.
which by the
Yeah.
way, Nike pulled his shoe, by the way.
Yeah, see, they did. See, that's strike one.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, and you got to think about this. You going around pointing a gun. Was that gun loaded? You could have hit a bump. You could have killed somebody.
Could have killed yourself, John. At that.
A,
Yeah.
a gun can have a minor. If there's a little bump, that gun could
You
have went
go.
off.
Yeah.
Shot you, shot him, could have shot somebody. And you playing.
Sitting there listening to NBA young boy, and you on there bouncing and stuff like that. That thing, you gonna end up like Harlem Nights when Arsenio Hall shot Junior in the back of his head.
Right.
So,
And you on the road to getting a $200 and some million deal.
right, next year for 5 years. Now Powerade, they now they ain't even.
That's probably gonna go. He probably about to lose a lot. Being stupid.
Yeah.
That max deal probably gone.
Yeah.
That max deal, and everybody talking about something because he's suspended from team activities. But what team activities you gonna do? The season's over.
Right. I mean, you talk about charities, practice. You can't even practice.
But here was the funny part. They let Dylan Brooks go. They made him out to be the bad guy. Cause he taunted LeBron. He ain't had no guns on him.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They faulted him for losing to the Lakers, but he had no guns on him.
Yeah. No.
He was just talking noise.
Yeah.
I bet he's sitting at home like I don't look so bad now, do I?
Right. Oh, John been mean ever since he done that. He been mean. The most viral meme is remember when Andre 3000 had the gun in his hand.
Yeah, from Be Cool. I remember that movie from Be Cool.
Yeah, I don't want them.
Yeah,
You know I'm gonna do.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, from the movie Be Cool. Yeah, they did that show one from Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah, they've been memeing him. Oh God. Yeah.
But see,
They had him.
and here's the thing.
Don't be a menace to while drinking your juice in the hood.
And here's the thing. People making this out to be a joke, but this is serious.
But it's serious. Yes, exactly.
And this is where John Morant. See, he ain't my son. Cause I've been went across his head. And I'd be like, son. I know that's not my money, but I'm not gonna let you mess up your money.
Right.
Hell no. I'm not gonna let you mess up your money being stupid.
Being stupid, right.
I'm like, you know better than this. Cause what's gonna happen when you lose all that money? Where are your boys gonna be then?
Right.
I'm not saying you can't have friends.
Right, but don't have them. You sitting and playing with guns. Y'all playing with guns on Instagram Live.
And whoever running around talking about some guns not illegal, that's the same one that you the one get caught with the gun and get automatic 10 years for having a gun. Let's be real for a second.
Right.
It's called maturity. Like you said, Ja Morant is a brand.
You a brand, bro. Yeah.
And you pretty much lied to Adam Silver.
Mm-hmm.
And that little apology you gave, that second one,
That was a PR.
that was PR and it was BS, pretty much.
Yeah. That was the same apology you did when you talked to Jalen and you talked to the commissioner. That's pretty much the same one.
Hey.
And then the one he put out is the same thing. I know my words don't mean much, but no, that was straight PR. Your PR person.
No, your words don't.
Get out on the PR person did it himself.
Your words don't mean nothing.
Right.
Cause you proving that you immature.
Yeah.
You are immature. Cause see, like I say, you're my son. You're behind This will be that moment where I'm gonna treat you like a child. You're gonna sit your behind inside.
Yep.
And you're gonna stay inside. Cause I'm not gonna let you mess up your money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what
T.
you. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your boys say.
Right.
They got something to say. They can come see me.
Right. He needs a big brother. That's what he
No,
needs.
he
His
need
dad
no,
always
no.
got.
He need a daddy with some kind. He need a daddy that's not trying to be that's not trying to act like him.
Right. Because his daddy show ain't doing it. T ain't. I don't know where's T at in this. His mama. I know his sister, is doing her own thing in basketball. But
It,
I don't understand it. Where is T in this?
in the strip club fight, they ain't one fight. No, we ain't heard nothing from him. That's bad. That's bad. We always talk about, we need fathers. We need fathers. Like we always saying, all these athletes are talking about their mamas, talking about their mamas. Now we got to do it with the daddy, and he out there cut. He out there
Acting like him.
acting like him, like he's still
Act like
young.
him.
No,
I'm like, y'all
you,
not partners. That is father and son. Y'all are father and son.
no, you need to be the one like look, don't mess this money up.
Yeah.
That ain't cool. Don't do that.
You worked hard to play basketball. Now you're gonna just throw it away.
Because once it's gone, it's gone.
No. Yeah.
I don't want to hear because
Cause
people talking about he young enough to bounce back. He shouldn't have to bounce back.
right.
That's the part that he's not understanding. He shouldn't have to bounce back. Cause he shouldn't be doing this.
And then throwing Crip up too. That's another good thing he was doing.
And
You throwing Crips up, really? Dude, what's his name? Rick Bailey, I think that's his name. One of the Crip guys.
yeah,
He said, dude, you better stop.
yeah,
Even the game members telling him, dude, stop doing that. We gangsters over here. You ain't.
yes.
You a basketball player, bro. Get your money.
Yeah, dude, you from Dodger, South Carolina. You a country,
Yeah.
bro.
You
You
played at Murray State.
yeah,
Stay over there.
yeah. You a country. You not hood at
You
all.
ain't hood, bro.
You're not hood. Stop it.
Stop.
And like I say, and all these dudes you hanging around with, they ain't your boys. Cause again, the day you lose everything, they gone.
Empty gone. Yep. They there for the money, bro.
That's
They
why
there for
that's why they need a partner like me. I be like, but nah. Cause I'm be the one be like, we ain't doing that, but. Cause I be the one. I don't need your money. I don't need your money. I don't none of that. I'll roll with it. I'm be the one gonna keep you out of trouble.
Right. That's one you need. Get him up. Take him to that facility. Give me that Twitter. Give me that Instagram. Give me all that social media you got. You don't need it.
Yep. I mean, if you gonna pay me to do something, pay me to keep your behind out of trouble.
Cause one dude said he'll pay him $250. He said, "Here what you do." He said, "I'm a retired." I think he was a staff sergeant in the military. He said, "I pay me $250,000 a year. That's it. And I can keep you out of there." He said, "I have you up. I have you fed. I have you at that facility.
Yep.
Stop doing stupid stuff."
Yep. Yeah, I know. He ain't around no bodyguard. He need a bodyguard.
He really do. Yeah.
And that's what he need. Cause I'm gonna say he's just 23. He still got a kid, man.
Yeah.
Cause that's why when you give these young kids money, they want to flash.
Right. You don't see Braun doing that. Braun didn't even do
Bron,
that.
yeah, Bron didn't do that when he was 23.
He was 23, right?
Kobe wasn't doing that when he was 23.
Shoot.
Uh,
Yeah.
that-
He has a brand. That's why he been having these Nike shoes all these years.
Yes.
Shoot, he got endorsement. Then shoot, he got the Sprite, the LeBron, the Sprite endorsements and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
I might give
man,
you.
good for years.
See, See, LeBron ain't been in no scandals. LeBron ain't messing with no women. LeBron ain't got no outside children. LeBron went 20 years, rent and no issues.
Yeah, he been with Savannah since high school. That's his high school sweetheart.
Ain't not one suspension.
Not one suspension, none of that.
Why? Then he brought his boy on. Like Rich Paul, got Rich Paul on, got him paid.
Yeah.
Now he dating Adele.
Oh, yeah, he showed yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, he dating Adele, yeah.
I don't know how long that's gonna last, cause she want to get married. I don't think he do.
Yeah.
I mean, he bought his boy on. Now Rich Paul one of the highest paid cats out there. He out there producing, doing agent stuff. That's what you do. That if you gonna bring your boys on, that's what you do. But bring your boys on that got some common sense, that want to do right.
Right.
Like I said, he's still young minded.
Right.
His dad's still young minded.
Come on, T now. Yeah.
Cause see, my dad wouldn't have that.
Oh, mine wouldn't either. Oh no. He ain't messing this money up. No.
Let that happen. That would have been me. That would have happened. Yeah, that would have been a good conversation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, talking about sitting up the learning tree. That's it.
Yeah, he need a hardcore talking to.
Yes.
Cause I know when they, cause he gonna get.
I give a whole. They may suspend him for the whole season.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, they probably gonna at least give him. If I had to do it, I would at least give him 30 games.
30 games.
If I had to suspend him, he gonna at least get 30 games.
Mm-hmm. That's what, half the season.
No, that's because season 82.
82, yeah.
It's 82. So I'll give him the first 30 games. I give him 30 games. I give him 30 games. I give him 30 games, no more than half the season.
Yeah.
He can come back if I give him half the season, he can come back after the All-Star break.
One way to hurt him too is in his pocket.
Shoot,
he already hurt on debt. He gonna get hurt more out of his pocket.
If you get spent half the season without pay,
yeah,
with the money he making,
that's a lot. Yeah.
then what they gonna do? You gonna call Dylan Bruce back? Be like, yeah, about that right there. My bad.
See what had happened was, right?
Look, we know you was talking bad. We know you was just talking bad. But we sorry.
Under any circumstances. Yeah.
So what y'all call this? If y'all ain't gonna bring him back under any circumstances, what y'all call this?
Right.
This way beyond.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude pulling out guns.
Pulling guns out. Dylan just talk noise.
I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude need a dude like the dude we about to talk about next. He need a Jim Brown in his life.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, I heard that. I was just out and about, and I heard about Jim Brown's passing. Yeah. Not only everybody think him as an actor. I said, no, he wasn't an actor. He was an actor, yeah, but he was also a football player and an activist.
Yeah,
So
Jim Brown, one of the
yeah.
Jim Brown played in the NFL from 1957, 1965. And he was a fullback, one of the coldest fullbacks. Now think about this: 1957, 1965. That's what, 8 years?
8 years. Yeah.
This man ran 8 years and still ran over 12,000 yards. Now think about that for a second. 12,000 yards, 8 seasons. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just think if he would have did if he would have ran and if he did what a good 12, 15, 14 years,
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith would have broke that. Emmitt Smith would have broke that record.
Oh yeah.
That record would have been that rushing record would never been broke.
Yeah.
He the thing about him, he wasn't flashy. He just ran hard.
Oh yeah. So no finesse. Just I'm gonna run you down. Yeah.
This man was a 3-time NFL MVP. He won an NFL championship in 1964. Led the league in rushing. He he played for 9 seasons. Excuse me. He 8 out of his 9 seasons he led the league in rushing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He was a 6th pick in the 1957 NFL draft out of Syracuse. 8-time first team All Pro. 9-time. So all 9 years he made the Pro Bowl.
That's crazy.
5-time NFL leader in touchdowns. Come on. You mean in all 9 years you were in the league, you made the Pro Bowl?
Pro Bowl all that time.
Yep. 9 seasons, 12,312 yards, 106 touchdowns, 5.2 yards a carry. Then he caught 262 yards for 2,499 yards and 20 receiving touchdowns. As a fullback.
A fullback, yeah.
This man was averaging 104 yards a game. And like you said, the dude was cold on the field. Then he started doing, the blaxploitation movies.
Yep. Did the was it Three the Hard Way? What's the another one? With him and Fred Williams and Pam Grier and all the pioneers, Jim Kelly.
Yeah, man, most people know him from "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker."
I'm gonna get you sucker, yeah.
Or most of the current folks.
Right.
Most folks might know him. If you remember, he was one of the coaches at Any Given Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But go back to those black, like you said, like Three the Hard Way.
Mm-hmm.
That
Gangster, remember that?
Yep,
They
original.
all came back together.
Yep,
Yeah.
the black when he did original gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, go find the blaxploitation movie. My Escape from Devil's Island was a good one. Slaughter's Big Ripoff. Slaughter, those were the classics.
Yeah.
Black Gun.
Yeah.
See, they don't know nothing about them blaxploitation movies. I love them.
Oh yeah. Because that was like something, revolutionary, seeing people like us on the big screen like that.
Yep.
With Jim Brown and Fred Williams and they even Pam Grier
Pan Gill, Jim Kelly, Richard Roundtree. Yeah, a lot of people that you go look at some of them. A lot of people you be like, oh damn, they face, but you never knew their name.
Their name, yeah. Because some people they know who they are, but they know what they doing. That lets you know, they a part of pop culture.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, once he retired, he started doing a lot of civil rights stuff. He worked with Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Carl Stokes. They talked about he founded the Negro Industrial Economic Union. They helped promote economic opportunities for minority-owned businesses. He founded the America I Can Foundation to divert gang members from violence by teaching them life skills.
Right.
Now, he was very known in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't he? At one time, didn't he do something with Richard Pryor when Richard Pryor owned the studio?
I don't think so.
I think he either owned it or something like that. Help him run it.
Mm-hmm.
And Richard Pryor had his first studio.
Yeah.
When he was trying to do movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, he's definitely a legend.
Yeah. He missed. Great.
They're definitely gonna talk about. I'm pretty sure they're gonna wear the 32 sticker on them jerseys this year, the football
Oh, yeah,
season.
of course. Oh, you already know.
And since we on the topic of legends, and said we lost another one, superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
What is your, you know, what were your thoughts on Billy Graham?
Oh, man. You talk about somebody that could talk. I mean, he was, like the Triple H was called, he was the first sports entertainer. He was like Muhammad Ali. He was the first one to talk like that before Dusty came into the scene, and before all these guys come in, there was superstar Billy Graham. You know, not only he could talk, but he could make the crowd hate him. He was a good worker. The thing that really, made his career was when he pinned Bruno Sammartino in
Yeah.
1977.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something.
Title.
He was definitely, he was a trendsetter.
He was 20 years ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time. Billy Graham was the guy that showed you I could do something and look good doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I could set a tone before the match even starts. I can get your attention just by talking to you. Because he was doing, how they used to say back then, he was talking jive, like you said, before Dusty was doing it. He was wearing the tie-dye before Jesse Ventura was doing it. And Hogan and the Boas and all that. He did that.
Yeah. With the tie-dye and the blonde hair and and the physique he had.
Because really, he was the original. We talk about Telly Blanchard was the cool bad guy. Realistically, Billy Graham was.
Graham was, right. Yeah.
And like I said, when he beat, you talk about when he beat Bruno Sammartino, but my favorite was when he fought Dusty. Because when he fought Dusty Rhodes for the title, hence, when Cody.
Like two mirror images of each other.
When him and, what we talking about with Cody Rhodes talking about, when he talking about finishing the story. That's what he's talking about. Those series of matches him and Billy Graham had, go back and watch them. Classics.
Yeah.
They were classics. They were bloodbaths.
Yes.
It could have went either way. But that one particular match when they thought Dusty won it, go back and watch it.
Yeah.
You'll see what Cody's talking about.
Right.
What makes it so special?
Yeah.
Because him, Dusty Rhodes, and Billy Graham back then. I mean, you said it was just magic.
Yeah, there's like two mirror images, at each other, and they talking. I mean, both of them talking the same. It was like tit for tat.
Yep.
Talking and wrestling and just entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, you go back to, because they had series of matches. 1977 they had a match. They had a Texas Death match. They had a match in Houston. I mean, they ran it.
Yeah, they did.
They ran the 70s.
Right. And those catchphrases, talking about he's the man, the hour, the man with the power, the man that's too sweet to be sour. That was Billy Graham said that first. Dustin started to say it later, but Billy started that. Billy Graham started all that. Talking about he eat T-bone steaks, he live barbell place, and he's sweeter than a German chocolate cake. All that talking and kind of like what Ali used to do.
Yeah.
And
And he don't get the credit. He don't really don't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, you know, when he lost to physique,
And
when
had the ball head and doing
the
he tried to bring it back. You know, he was doing the karate thing. We know that wasn't working.
cause when he first came back, he did the kung fu thing. And then when he came back to WWE, he was small. Then when he came to the NWA with it, he got his body back a little bit.
A little bit, and brought back the tie dye.
And then he brought back
Yeah.
the tie out. That kung fu thing was funny because he never did a karate kick,
Yeah, yeah.
but he was a kung fu master. But he was still super. But he was still Billy Graham.
Yeah.
That was the funny part about all of that. You you
Right.
you went back to talking about how big your arms was. Back to talking you were just you in the karate stuff.
Right. What about I got the 24-inch pythons and stuff? When you doing karate stuff, and all your karate was a chop. You kicked a little bit, but mostly just chopping. Chopping to the throat, to the head. Yeah. But he was ahead of his time. You know, the 70s really what made him. I mean, if he would have kept that look even in the 80s, oh my goodness.
Yes.
I'm talking about if that was consistent. If he would have kept that consistent look going into the 80s. Man, that would have been something special to see. Especially if he went to the Carolinas
Mm-hmm.
and did that. Yeah. And Crockett.
And I'm looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
and I'm looking at
He would've-
and I'm looking at his championship history. You would have thought he would have won a lot of titles. He was the 50th state big time wrestling. In that company, he was the NWA Hawaii Heavyweight Champion. He's a two-time NWA Florida Heavyweight Champion, NWA Florida Tag Champion with Oz Baker, NWA Southern Heavyweight Champion Florida. He's the CWA World Heavyweight Champion. He's
And that's the one I was trying to look for, CWA champ. I said, when did he win that?
Yep.
Was it 80? Because CWA I don't know if it was the Memphis version.
Yeah, it was
I'm
the
pretty sure it
yep,
is.
that was the Memphis version.
It was the Memphis version. So I'm like, it wasn't in the, because CWA was like in the mid 80s.
He said one time. Let's see.
Yeah.
The title. He won it. Oh, I'm about to tell you. He won it. He won it on October 8, 1979.
79, okay.
He beat Pat McGuinness at a house show in Memphis.
First I thought it was like the AWA.
Yeah, he won at a house show in Memphis. He had for 31 days. Then Lawler beat him in Lexington.
Okay.
Then he won Go ahead.
Belt you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he won the IWA World Heavyweight title. Then he won the NW. He's a four-time NWA Brass Knuckles Championship. That's Texas version. He's the NWA World Tag Team Championship of San Francisco version. He's the 1973 PWI Most Hated Wrestler. He won the Match of the Year in 1977. Bruno Sammartino. 1978 with Bob Backlund. He was ranked 277 of the top 500 wrestlers of the PWI years in 2003. He won a WWF title once. He won a Slammy in 1987. He was the most washed up wrestler in 1982.
Oh, yeah, the karate thing.
That was definitely karate.
That's what they mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, he's another one.
So mostly he was a territorial champion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because if you mentioned that the NWA Tag Team Champion, you said that was the San Francisco version, and then he was the NWA Florida Heavyweight Champion. Well, of course, NWA Florida was popular then, back in the 70s, with Gordon Soley, Eddie Graham and all them, yeah.
That's what a lot of guys like him, Doug, all them guys.
Yeah.
Them Florida guys.
Like Ernie Ladd and all them. Ernie Ladd built, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mr. TV announcer.
I'm like,
We call him Mr. TV announcer.
you know that man.
6'8", he was 6'8", doing about 320
Yeah,
something pounds.
he was huge.
Yeah. He was intimidating too. Back in the man in the you Ernie Ladd back in the mid 70s and 80s. Man, especially in Florida. They said he was known in Florida, you know, that's where he was well known.
Mm-hmm. I believe he had a match. If I'm not mistaken, I'm looking it up. I believe he had a match with Andre.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
This was before him and Stud got into it. Yeah, Ladd and Andre, yeah, they had a match. Because with Big John Stud.
Actually, it was one of them was many. Yep, there's one. There's one I see. Then there's one. No, hey, Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, and JYD. It was in Mid South.
Yeah. And that's speaking of JYD.
This is classic. Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, and JYD versus Only Lad and Samoans. January 14, 1982, Mid South Wrestling.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all look at Junkyard Dog in Mid South, and you look at him later on, that is a huge difference.
Very. Yeah, Junkyard Dog in Mid South was a bad man.
He was man that physique he had, and the look, and you know he had the chant. You know they chanted every time he come out. Who that gonna beat that dog? Who that? Man, Junkyard Dog was very popular back in Mid South, and that physique he had. If he would have kept that physique even back in the later on.
Yes. And he didn't even need no title.
He didn't need a title, no. I know he was the Mid South Heavyweight Champion. What, twice?
Yeah, Mid South. Then he was Louisiana Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. If he would have kept that physique later on, man.
I'm looking at this right now. Dusty Rhodes, Andre the Giant, and Junkyard in Mid South. 1982. Junkyard Dog. Like Junkyard Dog. Like you go back to Mid South Wrestling back in the day. Junkyard Dog. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Ted DiBiase. Face Oil.
Yeah.
You had Dick Slater.
Yeah. Dark Journey was there.
Yep, dog, because she was managing Dick Slater. When Jake Roberts got there, I remember when Jake Roberts DDT Dog Journey.
That, man, you talk about, man, that was probably, if you go back and you think of any moment in Mid South Run, everybody gonna say that right.
You thought Jake slapping Elizabeth was something.
He DDT.
And Dog Journey took it too.
Took it, yes. But Jake was like, man, she was a champ for taking that, cause, you know, he said later on when he talked about Dog Journey, he said, yeah, man, she was like Sherry back then. Sherry could take anything.
Yep. And Dog Journey was. Dusty Rhodes in love with her, boy. In real time, he loves him some Dog Journey. But she was attractive though.
Oh yeah. And Tully even had her for a little bit.
Yep. She was a horseman for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, them men, a lot of people slept on Mid South, but a lot of people went through that though. I mean, Shawn Michaels went through Mid South.
Shawn Michaels sure did.
You talk about Green.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody that was anybody. That's when territories was territories.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
like
remember.
that's like one of them
Yeah.
days you had to go. If you was down south, you had to go through Louisiana.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you how good that was. Those territories then. Remember Junkyard Dog and Butch Reed feud, right?
Yep.
You remember that? Their feud carried here as well. That lets you know not only with him, they tarred and feathered. Butch tarred and feathered JYD here
Mm-hmm.
in Memphis. They carried it right back to Mid South, and they continued it. Like they was here in Memphis, but they continued it back to Louisiana and to Mid South, and they continued that feud, and they were jumping from Memphis to Louisiana doing that.
And that's
I
how.
thought that was so cool.
And that's how you know a feud good when you could take it to different companies
Yeah,
and people buy it.
yeah.
That's how you know a feud good.
Tarred and feathered junkyard
And
dog
he
put a yellow
and,
streak on his back.
and this two
Yeah.
black men.
Two black men, yeah. And then it culminated with the ghetto street fight. Was it in the Superdome?
Yep.
Yeah, it was in the Superdome. Yeah.
You see, back then, with the exception of the municipal auditorium, see, Mid South had the Superdome. You had the municipal auditorium, which is not open anymore. Had the UNO Lakefront Arena. They went to Baton Rouge. They had the Riverside Centralplex, which is the Raising Cane Center now. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
They had the Chalmette Civic Center, which is where I was when they did
Wildcat.
when they did the Wildcat show in NWA's event.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had all these little small little venues.
Yeah.
They
That's why
they just do they do certain high schools.
Mm-hmm.
So between Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma,
That's what Mid South was resonating. Yeah.
and a little bit of Mississippi, maybe a little bit of Alabama.
Yeah.
But Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi. I mean Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. So
Yep.
if anybody listening, if y'all haven't seen Mid South, go and look at some. Look at some on YouTube. They got a lot of Mid South wrestlers. I'm telling y'all.
And when in doubt, go to Peacock.
No, yeah, when that go Peacock, because they got the DVD set on Peacock. So yeah.
Because a lot of folks on there, you go back and look. I mean, because they had some hella rivalries.
Yeah.
I mean, they got when Snowman was the television champion.
Mm-hmm. With Jake the Snake. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys on there. You'll see them when Dr. Deck and Ted DiBiase was the tag, but problem at that time, the most popular tag team there.
Yeah.
And then when Ted DiBiase turned heel, that's when he was transitioning to the $1 Million Man.
Right.
He transitioned and made out. He was turning heel. When Terry Taylor turned heel, and he was popular.
Right. He was like the baby face. Top baby face.
One of the biggest baby faces.
Right. One of the biggest baby faces in Mid South.
When Sting turned baby face.
They turned baby face.
When Eddie Gilbert, Rick Steiner, and Sting went all and Miss Out when they were the first family.
Yeah.
When they turned on Sting, when Shane Douglas beat Eddie Gilbert for the TV title, and Sting cost Eddie Gilbert the title, and that put Sting out. That turned Sting into a huge baby face.
Oh, yeah.
That's when Shane Douglas was when RJ super young.
Right.
They wasn't no franchise then.
No, it wasn't. And we was mentioning Dr. Death. Him and Terry Gordy when they was the Miracle Violence connection.
But this was way before then.
Well, I know, but we just
reminiscing.
mentioned Dr. Death and DiBiase. With him and Terry teamed up as well. Dr. Death was a good tag wrestler. People don't give him credit for being a good tag
and I talk about Ted DiBiase. This one, Ted DiBiase, was from Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah. He didn't have all these, summer residences and winter residences and all that. He didn't have none of that. He's from Omaha, Nebraska.
And you can't imagine, cause just think about it. We know Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, heel. And you imagine him just being cheered. It was weird. It's weird looking at him being cheered. But he was over. But the day he turned heel,
Oh man.
that was it.
Yeah.
When he started wearing the black glove, but he
Mm-hmm.
was a way better heel.
Right.
You know, like I said, when the Rock and Roll Express pulled up, when the Fantastics pulled up, when the Sheep Herders got there.
Yeah. And people, y'all got the sheep herders. They wasn't what you see now with the bushwhack. They wasn't nothing like that when they was in Mid South, let alone in Crockett.
Oh
They were
no.
vicious. And
Big-
then they had what Jack Victory.
And go back to Florida when the Sheep Herders fight the Fantastics for those Florida tag belts. Bloodbaths,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
bloodbath
they
all day long.
vicious. Yeah.
Jim Ross, go watch them interviews they used to cut with Jim Ross.
Oh yeah, they were vicious.
They had the Bruise Brothers, the black versions.
Oh yeah, talking
Folk
about
Folk
Folk
Out Cash.
Man Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were the Bruise Brothers. Yeah, this is before Ron and Don Harris came. Yeah. The tall twin wrestlers. Ron and Don Harris. Yeah, they were the Bruise Brothers after they was gone. But yeah, Pork Chop Cash and Man Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they was a bad team as well.
Yeah, sweet.
And Case. Usually hit that the briefcase had Jimmy Hart with him. Yeah.
You had some other black. You had Savannah Jack. Had the Sabat kick
That's the Savant kid.
and shocked the world when he joined Devastation Incorporated.
Uh-huh.
And nobody saw that coming.
Right. There was a lot of wrestlers in that group. A
Oh.
lot of heels.
Oh.
It was before Paul Jones had heels.
Oh.
His arm.
Oh God.
Yeah, you talk about a lot. He had nothing but like the whole roster of heels in his army. So it was Scandor Akbar kind of had the whole crew in Mid South, let alone in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
in the world class. He had every heel you could think of in Devastation Incorporated.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to go through the list.
So yeah.
And he had some bad men.
Oh yeah. Kamala,
That,
the missing link, and yeah.
Devastation Incorporated. Let's go through his list. Because they're definitely a forgotten stable. He had
Yeah. People don't talk about them. They'll talk about DX and the NWO and all that. When you talk about these older, like Paul Jones Army, Devastation Incorporated with Scandor, Akbar. Yeah.
he even had
You had
let's take it back to World Class. He had this one guy we know him very well. We know him as the Undertaker,
yeah.
but some know him as the Master of Pain.
Master Payne, yes.
I mean, he had guys, just to name a few: Abdullah the Butcher, Steve Austin, Cactus Jack, Greg the Hammer Valentine, the One Man Gang, the Punisher, Ted DiBiase, Al Perez, Dusty Rhodes, Dick Murdoch, Brickhouse Brown, Black Bart, Butch Reed, Kamala, King Kong Bundy, North the Barbarian, the Terminator, and the Missing Link.
Mm-hmm. That was Devastation Incorporated, yeah. And you mentioned Brickhouse Brown, yeah. Brickhouse was part of Devastation Inc.
Like I said, he had Savannah Jack,
Savannah Jack, yeah.
and like I said, that was a shock when he joined.
Right.
That was one of them. you had to join when you was a heel and you was trying to get over.
Right.
And then when they kicked the Missing Link out,
Yeah, that was shocking.
And Dog Journey got a hold of him.
Just, oh, yeah. Man, something Dog Journey had an influence even on the missing link. Yeah,
That was like he ain't listen to nobody but her.
right.
And she didn't manage long though.
No,
But when she was
she didn't
around,
stay in the business long. She stayed like to the mid-80s, did she?
yeah, I said she only married like a couple of years, but she didn't stay around long. But I said when she was around,
She made an
she,
impact.
she did make
Yeah.
an impact.
Mm-hmm. Then he had Paul Jones's army. You know, he had Barry Von Raschke and what he had Pistol Pez Wiley when
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
Shasta Wiley.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ivan Koloff, he had the Barbarian.
Marion, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He had what was his name? He had Rick Rude and
Food and Manny
Manny
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Yeah. The Raging
That,
Bull.
that,
Yeah.
that's when Rick Rude had just came from World Class.
Man,
He was still using Smooth Operator by Sade.
Joe did.
He wasn't simply ravishing. He had on his robe, but
Right. When he was with Manny, yeah, he wasn't simply ravishing. Man,
he was a
Manny,
smooth operator, Rick Rude.
yeah,
He had just left Paul Bearer.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Percival Pringle the third.
First, the third, right?
And let me give him the respect.
Yeah. Before he was Paul Bearer, y'all.
And
First Pringle the third.
a lot of people slept on them old comings. I miss the territory days. Me
Oh, I do
personally,
too. Man,
because you don't know,
yes, I do.
because you don't know who gonna be there. You don't know who
Yeah,
gonna jump to what.
right,
That's why I like going back and look at those old YouTube shows, even if the quality sucked.
right.
Like some guys, you be like, oh, she read. Cause a lot of them used to go to these territories and wrestle there, no matter how big their name was. They went
Right.
down there, and a lot of them used to run shopping though. But that certain company down there, they probably was the top dog there. But like I said, they went to another company. They probably wasn't.
Right.
Like for example, like Buddy Landale.
Oh yeah, you talk about underrated.
Buddy Landale was so hit or miss, depending on where
Yeah,
he wrestled at.
yeah. He was in Memphis or Crockett or wherever Mid South. He was in Mid South too.
He was in Mid South. He was in Smoky Mountain for a minute.
Yeah. When
Like
he
I
was with
said,
Bill Dundee, they was doing the Bill and Buddy show.
yeah, but like I said, I'm about to say, J.J. Dillon managed them.
Yeah.
He was the national heavyweight champion before
Mm-hmm.
before J.J. took over the Horseman.
Yeah.
So he had managed both Nature Boys.
Right. Sure did.
Y'all funny. He had Buddy Landale. He had Black Bart.
Black Bart, yep.
Black Bart had now. So J.J. definitely a manager of champions.
Yeah.
He definitely goes with the day. See, it's gonna be kind of funny. Like when we get up there in age,
Mm-hmm.
and like like when my children get old, and we talk about wrestling, like when Roman and all them get old,
Yeah.
and all these new wrestlers coming up, and we still talking about DX and talking about back in the day we used to do the crotch chop and tell everybody to suck it,
Right.
and how corny that's gonna sound then,
Mm-hmm.
and we talking about the NWO.
Yeah.
We still wear NWO shirts and we old as hell.
Yeah. To this day, yep. That's how impactful they was.
Yeah, we gonna be probably our walk in our wheelchairs talking about we still too sweet. Like, nah, we too old.
Yeah. Still NWO for life, even to this day, right? Because, man, that changed the course big time. You talking about something that needed to change. Hulkamania. That, Hogan definitely needed one. You talk about something that ran its course. That was the epitome of that.
Yeah, I said when NWO. I said another event that happened on my birthday, the birth of the NWO.
Yeah.
I was there in 1996.
Yeah.
Like I said, like what you think? Like when Hogan passed, like the wrestling industry, like when Hogan, Flair, Sting. I'm trying to think who else gonna be like them three. I'm gonna use them three for example. Like when them three leave this earth,
yeah.
Even though they not wrestling, well, Sting wrestling every now and then, but I mean the wrestling industry gonna change.
It's gonna change big time, yeah.
Like when Shawn, Triple H,
yeah,
Taker,
definitely, yeah.
It's gonna feel weird.
Yeah.
Cause that's like all the people we grew up.
Be gone. Yeah.
It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
I mean, all the wrestlers that passed away, as we got older, we kind of like, but like all like the super legend and the Hall of Famers that's still here and they're getting older.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. Like if Flair died today, if Flair died right now,
oh man,
the whole wrestling business will change.
Yes.
The whole wrestling business will change.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of tributes.
Yeah, the tributes, the tribute shows.
Yeah.
Merchandise.
Making stuff after Rick, like the Ric Flair Battle Royals and all this other stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Merch will get sold.
Yep. It'd be the same with Hogan. It'd be the same with Taker. Let's see, with Scott Hall, was
it was kind of, it's like they kind of mentioned it, but they didn't really push it when Scott Hall died.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like that. I know he was going through stuff. I didn't like how they did Scott Hall.
He said he had a surgery and then the surgery he had complications from it. He had like multiple heart attacks from it. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of just.
He said that was after surgery, he started having heart attacks.
Yeah, they kind of like mentioned, yeah, Scott Hall died. Just like when Randy Savage died, they made a big deal about it.
Right. They should have did that with Billy Graham tonight.
But see, Billy Graham, I think he still had that issue with. I know he was having issues with Vince.
Yeah.
But Triple H loved him though.
Oh yeah. He inducted him into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I remember I still got that DVD, that 2004 induction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that's what, because at one time he wanted out of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He wanted out that time when Abdullah got put in.
Got put in, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, yeah.
Good.
You deserve to be in there, superstar. Look what you doing.
Because he didn't like the fact that Abdullah got put in.
But yeah.
Because, Abdullah going in, that was one of those. You liked him or you didn't. I was on the fence about it.
Yeah. That's like with Bruiser Brody. Now, he liked Bruiser. Bruiser Brody.
Well, the thing about Bruiser, Bruiser Brody, Bruiser was popular.
That little side legend Hall of Fame thing.
But the thing about Bruiser Brody was popular everywhere.
Yeah, Japan and the U.S. Yeah.
Bruiser was more impactful. Abdullah was just vicious.
Yeah.
At Bruiser Brody was dangerous, but he was putting butts in seats.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
yeah,
Abdullah was just scary.
yeah, right.
I mean, you see a big black man with sagging meat,
Yeah, saying he talking about he from the Sudan.
and he's
Yeah,
stabbing you with a
man
fork.
from the Sudan. Yeah.
And you go to his rib shack talking about, so let me get a slab of ribs extra bloody.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you said you
So,
went to his restaurant, dude. You said he was there, wasn't?
they make sure ain't no blood on these
I'm
forks.
like, did you wash? I'm like, hold on. Did you wash this? I'm like,
Yeah, actually, we did restaurant. We was in Georgia in WrestleMania.
yeah, he was there, wasn't
Mm,
he? He was there.
yeah, yeah, he was there. He sits like when you come in,
Mm-hmm.
he was right there in front, greeting everybody.
With that soft voice.
Yeah. He'll say, come on in, sit down and enjoy yourself. All the
I'm like, don't stab me.
signing autographs and everything. Yeah.
I'm like, just don't stab me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a good food. Yeah.
What is it still open?
I don't know. It's real to Chinese. I'm doing the butcher's house of real to Chinese food. Yeah.
It's just still open. I think it closed. Abdullah. Let me see, I'm looking it up now. That's it. Let's see. Yeah, it's still open.
Yeah.
Nope. No, it's permanently closed. My bad. It's permanently closed. Oh, you got something else? You have to real with Chinese food. You don't know if that's blood or sauce.
Right.
Definitely got to check the fork with him.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, didn't you use this in 1986 on Carlos Colon?
Right.
I'm like, no, go on rinse that off.
Carrying them forks, wrapping them forks up, you stab them in the head.
Again, see, you can't do stuff like that no more.
No, you can't.
Like I said, those are the days. Those are the days. I mean, that's why I like going back and watching those classics.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get that no more. We ain't gonna get that violence no more. Like I said, you still got GCW.
Yeah, we got stuff like that to watch. Yeah, GCW and on occasion AEW will do it.
But even with GCW, it just don't. I don't have it. Don't have that. Because with GCW, we already know what it is.
Yeah.
Back in Mexico, you didn't really know if you were gonna get a fair match or violent or what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It was just what it was. Cause just like the match, I don't know if you saw it, but go back then it was Abdullah the Butcher versus Zeus.
1990.
That was the most slowest.
Yeah.
I'm like, all they did was walk.
Right. And you would expect it to be that way. I won't see no catch can type maneuvers in there. I don't see no hip toss or something like that. And two just brawling it out.
I'm like,
it was slow.
I'm like, was they even like they was just like hit each other, like slow hit each other and just walk.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, give me something. I'm like, if y'all haven't seen it, just go and Google it. If you bored one day,
just watch that.
Just watch that. If your girl talking to you and you don't want to listen to what she talking about, just take your phone, Google Zeus versus Abdullah the Butcher. Cut the sound off.
Right.
And just do that.
Right.
It'll save you time. That way you can act like you listening to her. And just be like, you kidding. she was playing, right? Mm-hmm.
Well,
And just watch that match. By the time that match is over, she'll be done. And you would thank me later. But ladies and gentlemen, I
that's
think
it.
I think we are done freestyling. Next show, we got a triple header. We
Extra time.
we got Impact Under Siege.
Uh-huh.
We got the Night of Champions,
Yep.
and we got Double or Nothing to talk about. So we gonna be busy. So y'all get prepared, cause these all those matches on each card are good.
Oh yeah.
And I looked at that Under Siege card. I said that's definitely gonna be a good show.
Yeah.
And
I want to see what Trinity gonna do in that, cause she advertised herself
well,
to be on the siege.
yeah,
So
it's official. It was the open challenge. If you saw the table, I mean, it was spoiled weeks ago. Um,
uh,
Giselle Shaw accepted the challenge.
so it's her and Trinity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it will be her and Trinity on her first pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
So definitely gonna be a good call. We're definitely gonna talk about that. But as always, continue to support the channel. If you haven't, make sure you like, share, subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification button so you'll know when this podcast comes on and when the Get Snap podcast throwback edition come on, or any type of material we decide to put on this channel. Also, let's see. No, I'm not gonna bring it up now, but as time get close, I'm gonna mention something want to do for the holidays, but it's just May, so when we get a little closer, I'll set it up. Want to do something for the holidays for the kids here in Memphis. Want you guys to help us out with that. Want to do something for the kids for the Bonner Children's Hospital, the Ronald McDonald House. I can't think of the other one. What's that? What's the youth center?
Talking about so you got to St. Jude. You got what they use. I know what you're talking
Youth villages.
You built, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, youth villages, and just families that are less fortunate.
Yeah.
But like I said, when the time gets closer, we'll get more in detail about that. I'll put it on my personal page, explain it more to it, but we'll get closer to that. But again, pass the channel on to your friends. If they like it, we're going to keep doing it. If you got any suggestions of what you want to talk about, information is in the description. Shoot me an email. I'll get back with you. We'll talk about it. If you want to be a guest, shoot the email. Shoot me an email in the description. Get back with you as well. I always like to have guests on. Like to have more guests. Have a panel. We can all have a good time. So, I'm going to shut up. I'll let you have it.
Well, I'm gonna say this here. But they just had breaking news, and they said that Liv Morgan was injured. So they had to relinquish the women's tag team title.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Now I don't know what they're gonna do now with that.
I believe they said something about a fatal four-way.
Yeah.
If I heard it correctly.
One of them be brought to Shayna. Yeah. Gonna be in that. So, and Ronda almost messed herself up trying to take Raquel out with that sidekick she did. She almost broke her leg. And yeah, they was doing that. So Liv, they said she was injured, so they had to relinquish the title.
Yep. So that is correct. So
better, but,
they said new champions will be crowned on the May 29th edition of Monday Night Raw. So that will be after the Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Which don't make sense. Why didn't they just do it on the Night of Champions?
Just do it on title champions. Exactly. Y'all got plenty of room.
Yeah.
Too. Well, they just got to be the Raw Women's title and all that. Put the women's tag belts on there. I mean, come on. Come on, Triple H now.
And I want to see who's Raquel partner's gonna be.
Yeah. Think it's gonna be a surprise or somebody we already probably gonna know.
Probably gonna be somebody we know. Probably gonna be like Natalia or somebody.
Somebody, yeah.
It's not gonna be nobody shocking.
Shocking, right?
If somebody, I mean, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Especially if she was gonna win them back.
Yeah.
Make it be like Alexa Bliss or somebody.
There you go. Yeah.
But that would mean, you know, she gonna win the title back. But we all know it ain't gonna happen. But we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall definitely see. But in between time, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all be safe. Congrats to all those who graduated today, yesterday, all week. All y'all who got promoted, going to your high schools, your middle schools, your next elementary school, wherever you're going. Enjoy, have a good time. Because remember, we all had to go through it at some point of our life.
Oh yeah.
So definitely make the best of it. Definitely good luck in your new endeavors. As far as that go, like I said, y'all be safe, y'all be good. We love y'all. We are out of here.